You kind of get a resistance to it. First thing, build tremendous friendliness with the fire. Become comfortable around it. Just feel the flame and have it become very comfortable with it. Ma Jnanesha, yes, if you can keep it in a way it's visible in the camera, it's good, ma. But don't hold it in the hand. Then you will not know whether it is external wind that is affecting the flame or it is manifestation. You'll not be able to gauge that. That is right. But now it's good. The setting that you're having is good, ma. Ma Jnanesha. Ma Kikikzu, you should have the flame more bigger. See, right now your flame is already almost going off. Light your lamp more bright. So it actually should go off from your palm manifestation. Ma Amarashekara, do you have it, ma? Ma Oshadi Amarashekara, do you have the lit lamp? Light and keep it. Yes, okay, I see. Wonderful. All of you now intensely chant the Mahavakya. Connect with tremendous friendliness and love. First, feel the flame, the heat of the flame, the movement, the fire. Become comfortable with fire. Don't try to resist it. All the participants understand every one of you are going to be able to do this power manifestation intensely. See, many of you intensely sitting. Do not get distracted. Just do it now. Chant the Mahavakya. Jnanesha, yes, yes. Keep it in front of the camera and do the power manifestation. Keep chanting Mahavakya. That is the most important thing. Connect with tremendous friendliness. Now, at some point, you will feel that yes, you have a good, you are very comfortable, you're feeling good enough with the flame. Now, slowly start playing with it. Just request the flame. Ask it. Just tell, hey, can you become little bright for me? Can you become little dim for me? Ask the flame like a friend. Connect it with deep friendliness. Wonderful. Manyanesha, that's great. Sit now, control its movement. You'll actually be able to do it. And don't go from the context of commanding it. Go only from the context of requesting it. See, it should neither be high nor a low. How will you relate to your closest friend? How will you relate to someone that you're very natural when you're yourself with whom? That time you will not see that person, you will not treat them with too formalities. At the same time, you will not be too abusive to them. You will just be friendly, free with them, correct? Like that, be with that flame. First, for that, genuinely from the inside, you should feel that friendliness. Take a few minutes and connect. Actually, you will start seeing that the elements will listen to you.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Continue to chant the Mahavakya. Connect intensely.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Very good. Continue to do this intensely. Just connect to it as your friend. You just see how the form manifestation happens. You know, just connect to it as your own friend.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Keep playing with it. Become comfortable with it.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Now, as all of us are manifesting, continue to manifest. Do not stop. Take time, play with it, and build that tremendous oneness and friendliness with it.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Continue to manifest. Chant, keep chanting the Mahavakya.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Now, as all of us have continued to manifest, we will be entering into the next session where we will be learning about how consciousness, our conscious will, is powerful enough even to alter our very DNA. Let us listen to the revelations now.
There's a truth from some of the websites which does research DNA line. Quotesofhub.com. Our DNA is unique to each of us. The imprint of our higher self is held in our DNA. We carry our lineage from other planets and other areas of universe in our DNA. The imprint of our earthly ancestral lineage is also held within our DNA. This is what we call in Vedic tradition the Gotra. Which Rishi's Gotra you belong to, we say. The Gotra is your code of other living spaces, components of other living spaces which is in you. That code is the Gotra. If you say Bharadwaja Gotra, the energy and experience and the DNA Bharadwaja represents is there in your body. And you can access to those energies very easily. If you take up the mantras and spiritual practices delivered by Bharadwaja, immediately you can decode your DNA and Akashic records can open. So the Gotra you belong to is the keyword, password for the huge information available to you in the form of Akashic records. The Akashic records are, it's like a password being handed over to you. All the informations are there and this is the password, please see it, that's all. The Akashic records are like DNA of the universe. Each soul has its own Akashic records and there are collective records of all souls of all journeys. That's what I call all souls of all journeys is what I call Hiranyagarbha. So now I'll add some of my insights. First thing, understand all the information you collected through all your births is available in your DNA. Second, you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again, thinking you will have a joy end of this action. See, it's like if you have done certain action and you did not receive the joy which you wanted, and if you forget that you did that action and did not have the joy, you will be trying it again and again in various ways. But if you remember, you did this action, did not have the joy, you will not try it again. Training your mind, you can transform your DNA. Today I want to introduce a few truths about this epigenetics. As browsing through some of the articles about this epigenetics. This is Dr. Hassan Church. He's written a book called Genie in Our Genes. He has done a great service to Vedic tradition by proving many of the Vedic truths scientifically. Anybody digs in any field with the one goal of Satya, truth, they land on Vedic tradition. In any field it can be. See, without having the vested interests of the marketing companies, marketing industry, in any field, anybody does research with Satya. Satya as the goal, truth as the goal. Simply they land on Vedic tradition. A rishi, he very clearly proves the quality of your consciousness directly transforms the way in which you exist physiologically, or your physiological existence is directly affected by the quality of your consciousness. The quality of your consciousness and the physiological existence are so closely connected the epigenetics, they have done so much of research on this field, on this epigenome. Epigenome is a protein particle responsible for your genes and all the happenings based on genes. Please understand, we are always taught genes are responsible for our diseases. No, it's not true. Even your DNA is not responsible. The quality of your consciousness is responsible. The quality of consciousness can directly change DNA. Asan Church very beautifully proves even the present diseases handed over to you by the previous generations, like cancer, sugar, blood pressure, heart diseases, even they can be just altered, changed, transformed by the quality of your consciousness. Another one research proves only 35% of your DNA is responsible, only 35%, for what you are, who you are, how you are, and all the major factors like your longevity, disease, health and everything. Only 35%. The science of epigenetics and the epigenome opens a new door to the great truths declared by Patanjali and Swatmarama. Patanjali in Raja Yoga Sutras and Swatmarama in Hatha Yoga Sutras. Shiva Sutras says very clearly, the man who is in perfect health just by his nisangalpa, means the intentionless consciousness, can transmit that to a human being or any being. That is the science of healing. That's references here today to share with you all. One is that Dawson Church research and the truth about the epigenome. I can see very clearly when I see these researchers, exactly the experience which is happening in me, in others when I do the healing is scientifically recorded and proved. Usually I see how the healing happens in people. I can see very clearly when I put the hand on the person, the epigenome structure starts changing, which is responsible for the whole building. Please understand, DNA is not responsible for the building. DNA is like a brick. Out of brick, we build buildings, but brick itself is not responsible for the plan. If there is a defective brick, there will be defective building. But brick does not carry the blueprint of the building. The epigenome is responsible for the blueprint of the building. I could see very clearly. The epigenome transforms itself and DNA just alters as per the transformation of the epigenome, and clearly the body just remembers the health. Please understand, health is your nature. You don't need to create, you just need to remember it. The remembrance immediately awakens and the health is back. That is why even the doctors were surprised and shocked when they see the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, all those things get healed. Especially these long-term drug therapies are no more needed and people just walk out of diseases. The quality of your consciousness, the quality of consciousness in which you are living is directly responsible. It can just alter any disease, including diseases like cancer, arthritis, handed over to you through generations. If you go to the internet, tons and tons of research is done in this field. How the spiritual healing directly works. Not only during spiritual healing, even during initiations, and when people come and sit near me in my breathing space, I can see very clearly their epigenome starts getting awakened, restructures itself, realigns itself. There is another research I was reading. In a vacuum tube, if there are some electrons lying random, if a human DNA is introduced, immediately they all come to a clear, organized shape. They all just stand up. It's like when master enters, how you automatically stand up. They all just organize themselves. even after the DNA, human DNA was removed, they all stay back in the same shape. Same way, I can see very clearly when people sit in my breathing space, especially during Pada Puja, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I can see very clearly their body just recupes and transforms. I used to wonder how to express this clearly in scientific terms. Hassan Church has done that job. Very beautifully, very scientifically, he has explained. The science of epigenome and epigenetics is the revelation. It's a science which proves now the declarations of Patanjali and Swatmarama and all great Vedic rishis, and my own experience. The quality of your consciousness decides diseases, longevity, quality of life, pain, depression, everything. Even the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, heart diseases, sugar, everything. So I tell you, wake up and raise your consciousness. Not only to transform your DNA, to transform the whole world. See, when you transform your DNA, it is not just the great service done to you alone. It will be the greatest service you are doing to the world, whole world. Because when your DNA is transformed, you see, when your consciousness is brought to certain level, whoever you touch will be impacted by your consciousness, and their epigenome also will be realtered. And their DNA will be transformed, and they get back to their health. This is the science of Kailasa initiation. That's what I am doing. Not only I transformed my epigenome and transformed my DNA structure and brought the highest possible conscious expression in this body and mind. Whoever is touched, if they also can raise their consciousness, of course, when I touch, the physical and mental healing happens. And if they also put little bit of their effort and take up the responsibility to receive it completely, then a complete epigenome transformation, DNA transformation happens in them, and they also start experiencing the higher and higher possibilities of the consciousness in their body mind. So naturally, when they touch somebody else, their epigenome gets awakened, the DNA gets transformed, the health starts happening in that person. This is what the ripple wave effect. And I tell you, let's popularize these great researches on this epigenetics and the epigenome, the ideas about the epigenome. Epigenome can be changed through conscious choices regardless of what we have been handed over through generations. Add more and more joy laughter, love, life, dance, bliss, restful awareness to the humanity. Let us create intense conscious cyclones, superconscious tsunamis. All over the world. Save the humanity, human consciousness and human health. All you guys decide two things strongly. One, from now you will live in the highest possible consciousness continuously. Second, even if you leave the body, you will get back to serve the world in this highest consciousness. We need more and more people in human body to remove the inhumanity from humanity. We need more and more people in human body to remove inhumanity in humanity. It's time. We really need. We really need. Actually, when I go through the scientific researches, even I realize more and more the urgency with which we need to create N communities, urgency with which we need to create the N civilization, urgency with which we need to radiate enlightenment. So let the urge become the urgent. Let you all radiate enlightenment. I was expanding on the science of making the best, highest superconscious mutation as Paramashiva gave this science to Devi and Devi brought to planet Earth in Kanchipuram and started manifesting it. What I am saying is the ultimate truth from Paramashiva directly. Understand? The strands of DNA, components of DNA is kept together through sound. So, if you want superconscious mutation in you, the sound through which your DNA is kept together need to be dismantled and the ultimate sound need to be inserted. Understand? You need to disconnect the threads with which your consciousness and DNA is bound together and alter the connecting point, the sound, into highest possible sound. What kind of a sound is used to bind your consciousness and DNA strands together? That decides what kind of a powers you are going to manifest and what kind of a life you are going to have in your body. I'll repeat. There are 4 situations in your life where consciousness is directly influencing your DNA. When you are hungry, when you are angry, when you are lusty, when you are about to fall sleepy, too tired, just want to get lost, withdraw. These 4 situations, your consciousness directly influences the DNA. The door between the consciousness and DNA is open. During these 4 situations, if you use these 4 situations, you can detox, remove all the unconscious ideas, words you stored inside you, and you can pull them out at Mahavagya. Powerful sounds, Mahavagya, inside you. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'll repeat. Your DNA strands are connected through water, hydrophobic material. DNA strands and the consciousness is connected through sound. Sounds with which they are connected matters. The good news is you can reprogram, replace the old sounds through which your consciousness and DNA strands are tied together, connected together. The great news is you can use these 4 opportunities to do it easily. I'll give you the precise conclusion. Whenever you feel hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, intensely reverberate your whole being with Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. With the decision, let my being, let my consciousness manifest itself through my DNA using this Mahavagya as connection point. Let Mahavagya be the connective point. I tell you, immediately you will experience Kailasa. This Mahavagya is directly from Kailasa. Understand? Your life is all about what kind of a connection your consciousness and DNA has. That's all. Chit Jata Kranti. Chit means consciousness. Jata means DNA. DNA is the closest matter which can have connection with consciousness. Chit Jata Granthi. The knot between the Chit and Jata. What is the material with which that knot is made? That sound. Sound is the material with which that knot is made. What kind of a sound made that knot? Listen, I'm repeating. If Mahavagya is the sound with which Chit and Jata is connected, you will have ultimate superconscious mutation. The hydrophobic material which keeps your DNA together, that hydrophobic material is filled with sound. See, being becomes identity through sound. Identity becomes physical expression of a person through fire. The person manifests is good, bad, right, wrong, everything through earth, the Prithvi element. See this satsang again to understand what I am saying. The sound component, Nada Tattva, sound principle, keeps consciousness and matter together, means that is the first intervention into the hydrophobic component which keeps DNAs together, DNA's spare parts together. Guru, by giving the right sound, vibrations, cosmic principles in the form of Anagata Dvani, he gives new birth and breaks all the patterns passed through the generations inside you. If you are serious, Mita Rajani, if you are serious about breaking the patterns passed on through generations, attend morning process. After the satsang, the Paramashivoham process I do, attend to that. The sounds I am creating and infusing into you purifies the hydrophobic component which keeps your DNA material together, which is the bridge for being to become identity, identity to become personality. The purification happens in your core level. Attend every morning this Paramashivoham process with Atmalinga. That's it. I am telling you, see, I had a guru. His name was Narayan Swami Tata. He's an adept in the science of Aushadha, medicines. He will collect herbs from the ground which was never walked by human beings. மனித கால்படாத இடத்திலிருந்து வேர்களும் செடிகளும் மூலிகைகளும் கொண்டு வருவார். Let me repeat. The place where human beings never walked, from that kind of places he will bring herbs, roots. How you know? He had a trained dog and a goat. The dog will take the goat and go. Goat will identify the herb. Dog will just pick it up and bring it. I have seen this happening. I am not telling you stories. He lived just few years, maybe 30 years before. And still his son, grandsons are, his family is still living in Tiruvannamalai. You can go and talk to them. You will find what I said is true. His name is Narayan Swami Tata. Still the home he lived is there. And all the things he used is there. Maybe the dog may not be alive because you can see his photograph. But surely the family knows whatever I am saying and you can talk to them. I had this kind of masters who are adepts. He told me once when he was making the aushadha for a so-called incurable disease, kind of a very dangerous cancer. For that he was making aushadha. He collected too many things from too many sources and finally made the aushadha. He called that disciple, or I should say that client, who came to him for healing, for medical care, medical help, aushadha help, the customer. And he gave that medicine to him. Asked him, eat this medicine every day, once a day, for next 42 days. He prepared that medicine with a lot of difficulty. Third day, that guy came back saying that somebody in the home unknowingly threw that whole packet into the river. Without knowing that it is a medicine, they just threw the whole thing while they were cleaning the home and put it in the river. Nearby small stream where they dump all the unwanted things. Surely it is very difficult to do the medicine again. I was wondering how he is going to solve, how he is going to help this person to get out of the cancer now, because making the medicine again, collecting the whole items, almost impossible. All he did, he called that person, made him sit next to him and told, this simple process, whenever you are feeling hungry, do japa of this mantra. I tell you, I know it is very difficult for you to believe. Maybe the power of his initiation, his words, energy. He said, whatever I made as aushadha, your body is capable of producing it when you add consciousness to your hunger. I tell you, surely it is the power of his initiation, because I saw he was having his hand on the shoulder of that person while he uttered these words. So that words have gone into his body like a powerful energy shock. Now literally I am having my hands on all your shoulders and giving you this initiation.
whenever you fall for someone, you are in deeply love with that person, the human being, the person for whom you fall for, you are in love, that person takes you for granted. You feel the other person for whom you have fallen is not loving you so much as you feel for him or her. Listen. Whenever you fall for someone, you always feel the other person for whom you have fallen, that person takes you for granted, and that person does not love you, have feelings to the same level you have. Sometimes this is the way you feel, sometimes this is truth also. With ordinary human beings, this is the way love is acted, reacted, given, received, reciprocated. This is the way the love flows with ordinary human beings. With the divine, with Paramashiva, the logic of love is totally different. Listen. When you love me, when you fall for me, first thing, I raise you. Second, I shower life energy in you. When I shower life energy in you, your consciousness is the most superior asset, wealth, property for you and for the world. Listen carefully. I'll tell you one small very sweet, intimate happened between me and my Guru Arunagiri Yogishwara. I carried food for him one day and he was eating. Few food parts fell from his mouth with his saliva by mistake when he was eating with the hand. I just took that. He thought I am cleaning it up and I may throw it away, but I did not throw it away. I just put it in my mouth. Prasada. The Guru Uchishtam. Guru Prasada. He smiled at me. I still remember. He said, now this body, showing my body, has also become precious asset for the world. It will do a lot of good. In Hindu tradition, the Guru Uchishta, the food taken by the Guru Prasada is sacred, very sacred. Guru Padodaka means the water with which Guru's feet is washed, the food which Guru has partaken, Guru Uchishta, Guru Padodaka is highly sacred in Hindu tradition. He said, just that little Uchishta which I took, the power of that, he said that his very biomemory, bioenergy is passed on, and that will start flowering in this body now. This body also is a precious asset for the world because of what it is manifesting. Listen sincerely, intensely. When he loved me, he made me sacred. When I fell for him, he raised me and he made me sacred by showering his love on me. Listen. All of you, my disciples, followers, whom I initiated, all of you have received the greatest, best Uchishta, that is mantra, the Mahavagya, which I used most in my life, is the Mahavagya. The mantra, if you have received, you received the best, greatest Uchishta from me. You are now sacred. Your consciousness is needed for this world. Each of you meditating, living Veda Agamic lifestyle, living enlightenment not only helps you, it helps the world to sail through this pandemic, this pralaya. So when I fell for my Guru, he raised me and showered his love on me and made me sacred. He did not take me for granted. Same way, I want to tell each one of you, I don't take you for granted. When you fell for me, I shower my love on you, and I don't take you for granted. I make you sacred. Understand? Sometimes I may not be giving attention, but never ever feel I take you for granted. I don't take you for granted. Sometimes if I give you attention, you become more conscious and spiritually awakened. Then I shower you with my attention. Sometimes when I give attention, you try to use me like a crutch. Hang on. Then I tell you, don't use me as a crutch. I may not give you attention at that time, but I never take you for granted. Understand? Each one of you are conscious boats to help the humanity sail through this pandemic. When you are doing yoga every day, Don't think you are saving only yourself. You are saving many more beings consciously to sail through this pandemic, through this pralaya. In Guru Gita, there's a beautiful verse. Guru Padodakam Panam Gururuchishtabhojanam Gurumurte Sadadhyanam Gurumna Sada Japaha. Gurur Namna Sada Japaha. One should drink the Guru's feet washed water and eat the remnants of the Guru's food plate. One should always chant the name of the Guru and always meditate on the Guru's form. Gurupadodakam panam Gururuchishtabhojanam Gurumurte sadadhyanam Gururnamna sada japaha. What a life. If someone gets this four, they got much more than mukti. If someone gets this four in their life, every day especially, they got much more than mukti.
Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahavagya puts me in Samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for Samadhi. And Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 I have also implanted the Bija mantras, all the 54 sounds. Some of the Sanskrit scholars may think, oh, it's only 51, some 52. What is mean by 54? Please understand. Many people think Sanskrit has only 51 akshara. Some say no, it is 52. But I tell you 54. There are 54 bijas, powerful seed syllables. I have embedded them into this Mahavagya and has manifested the various versions of Mahavagya, which I will be sharing with all of you in further satsangs, like Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. When the Devi Bija, Parashakti Bija is embedded, Om Hrim Nithyananda Paramashivoham. When Ganapati Bija is embedded, Om Gham Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So with each Bija mantra, this Mahavagya can manifest various different powers intensely, immediately, just with the Maha Pranava, Om. It can manifest everything with the specific bijas. It can manifest those specific manifestations immediately. One more thing, listen. When I said there are 54 sounds, there are some sounds which can never be written, which can be which can't even be uttered. It can only be manifested as a vibration. It can be transmitted from guru to disciple. That sound is called anahata dvani, uncreated sound. Uncreated sound. Ahata means two objects hitting. Even your tongue hitting the air and producing a sound is ahata. Anahata means the sound which is produced by not anything hitting anything or uncreated, just pure manifestation from existence. The process we are going to do now is called Chit Jada Grandhi Vedana. Means you are combination of pure consciousness and patterns. Your patterns are no independent life. They can become alive only if your consciousness is in the body. Am I right? Can you continue to smoke or struggle with your anger if you are dead? So because of your consciousness, your patterns are empowered. Same way, you don't exist just as a consciousness, patterns. Even you seeing you and me are different is a pattern. You and me are separate is a pattern. So still the patterns are there. It means as on now the reality is you are together. You are totality of consciousness and patterns. As I said earlier, I cannot complete your patterns layer by layer, one by one, but I can put fire on your patterns. That I have a freedom. But as an enlightened ethics, I cannot complete your pattern. It's your free will. But I can put the fire on the whole thing. Means I can use my presence to create a distance between you and your patterns. Chit Jada Grandhi Vedana means cutting the knot which connects your consciousness and pattern. Most of the successful leaders experience this Chit Jada Grandhi Vedana. Only then they can handle the stress or the responsibility of others. Sandhya Nrittamurti. See, Sandhya means the day and night meeting, and destruction, pralaya, and creation meeting. For you to understand roughly, you can roughly understand as ice age. During every ice age, he dances the cosmic dance. That is called Sandhya Tandava. Listen. Whenever you feel everything in your life is falling apart, suddenly business is collapsing, wife is leaving, and kids are not listening to you. It's almost like your whole life is going. What do you think as your life is going? Health is failing. Whenever you feel that pralaya is happening in you, meditate on the Sandhya Nrittamurti. Invoke him. Mahadeva, you are doing your Sandhya Nritya in my life. Just show me you are doing the Sandhya Nritya. That's enough. He will simply manifest auspiciousness in you. Listen. He just wants you to know he is doing Sandhya Tandava in your life. If you recognize it, you will say, all right, come on. Now, it is time. Let's start the creation. Let the new yuga start. Let the new universe manifest. Let the new life manifest. If you want new life to manifest in you, connect with Sandhya Tandava Murti. Nritta means Tandava. Sandhya Nritta Murti. Tandava goes through certain discipline. Nritta is beyond all discipline. So, if you feel things are falling apart in your life, connect with Sandhya Nritta Murti. Mahadeva, Paramashiva, I know you are doing Sandhya Nritta in me. Just reveal that you are doing Sandhya Nritta, so I will be in peace. That's all. You will feel very shy. Hey, this fellow caught me. Now he knows my Leela. Okay, come on. All right. I'll create the new life for you. I'll manifest new life for you. Delusion will delude you as long as you have not recognized the delusion is deluding you. The moment you recognize delusion is deluding you, it can no more delude you. Delusion cannot delude you. The moment you recognize delusion is deluding you. Actually, even this Sandhya Nritta Murti we have in Seattle Temple. Seattle Temple, we have not only the huge Nataraja, Ananda Nataraja, we have some more dancing forms of Shiva. I think we have done some, that 108 dancing forms of Shiva, and sent to different temples few deities, few forms. So Seattle has Ananda Tandava, as in Chidambaram, and Sandhya Nritta Murti, And even Los Angeles has few more Tandavas of Paramashiva's forms. So connect with this superconscious mutation, Sandhya Nrittamurti. You will realize nothing is falling apart, everything is falling in place. If you know Paramashiva, you will know everything falls in place. If you don't know Paramashiva, you may be deluded thinking everything is falling apart. First, Paramashiva does the 5 actions: creation, manifestation, srishti, sustenance, maintenance, sthiti in Sanskrit, samhara means rejuvenation, destruction, throbhava means pulling out of delusion, anugraha means liberation, enlightening. I will repeat. Srishti, creation, manifestation, sthiti, maintenance, sustenance, samhara, rejuvenation, throbhava, pulling out of delusion, anugraha, liberating, enlightening. So understand few things. Listen carefully. Paramashiva does this 5 action: creation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. Not only he sits in the cosmos and does all these 5 action, he sits in you also and does all these 5 action constantly in your life. Listen, the first powerful cognition: Paramashiva does all these 5 action, and same Paramashiva not only is sitting in the cosmos and doing this 5 action, he is sitting inside you and doing this 5 action. The core content of your inner space is Paramashivoham. You are Paramashiva. Listen carefully. This truth, you are Paramashiva, is the ultimate truth. Your day-to-day life facts may not immediately match the truth. But if you just sit and start digesting this truth, you will see the day-to-day facts and the ultimate truth both matches. When you realize day-to-day facts, ultimate truth matches, it is called enlightenment. When you realize, wake up, yes, the day-to-day facts and the ultimate truth is matching. That is called enlightenment. Listen carefully. The ultimate truth I am telling you now, you are Paramashiva. And your day-to-day facts immediately don't match. No. There are too many conflicts, confusions. How can I be Paramashiva? But if you sit and understand, if you bring love in your life, love, deep love for everything happening, you will realize two things. Everything is auspicious. Paramashiva, Sada Shiva. Sada means everything. Shiva means auspicious. Understand? Whatever me and the Sangha is going through, in this moment I am uttering this truth. Not only this is truth, this is fact. Nothing falls apart. Everything falls in place. Nothing falls apart. Everything falls in place. Understand this great truth. Have tremendous sympathy, love, compassion for life. It is the atmosphere, ecosystem of love, compassion, sympathy. That is the atmosphere where these higher realities are realized, manifested. The day-to-day fact and highest truth both match. Highest truth only manifests as day-to-day fact, and you will start realizing that. And you will also know how to manifest the day-to-day life as you want, aligned to the highest fact, highest truth. When you start internalizing this truth, I am initiating all of you into. Waiting to get hurt or waiting to feel blessed? Are we interested in waiting to get hurt by life for every small thing? Are waiting to feel blessed for every small thing happening around us? That's it. Please understand. I can give you the same assurance, commitment, protection through this initiation. As much as you can start living these powerful cognitions, don't worry, you are not expected to be 100% perfect. You are only expected to be total as much as you can. Be total as much as you can. No need to be perfect. No need to worry about perfection. Start with your totality. More and more strength will start happening. Understand? You have 14-inch biceps and you see somebody having 24-inch biceps and you feel, oh, when will I build 24-inch biceps and triceps? Impossible, forget about it. No, then life doesn't work in that way. From 14, you build 15. That 15 brings so much strength, so your weightlifting ability becomes double. That becomes 16. That increases your weightlifting ability to triple. Then that brings 17, and that every inch muscle getting added adds strength and your ability to lift, and then you build. Finally, you achieve what needs to be achieved. Every time you win using a powerful cognition, powerful truth in your life, you gain confidence on Paramashiva. That confidence gives you the ability to build more powerful cognitions. More powerful cognitions brings more confidence on life and enlightenment. Paramashiva, Kalabhairava, and that gives more confidence and more powerful cognitions. That brings more enlightenment, more power manifestation. Understand? Somebody goes to God and asks, God, bless me. Everyone should praise me. Give me the boon. Everyone should praise me and accept me. God said, hey, even I am not accepted by everyone. Why are you asking that? Even I am not praised and accepted by everyone. Don't ask for that. Life will ever be one side people praising you for your contribution. The other side people will be abusing you, attacking you, just because they are feeling deeply anger, violent inside for various reasons. You need to know, are you going to hurt yourself because they are vomiting their pains on you? Are you going to hurt yourself waiting to get hurt by them? No. Or are you going to be very clear and go on contributing to the world what you need to do? Understand, life is for people who decide to go on contributing and do what they need to do. That's it. I wanted you to know, at any situation in the life, truth is the most powerful strategy for life. The truth is you are Paramashiva. Whether you understand or not, nothing falls apart, everything falls in place. Understand, I am telling you. With all this so much attack, I am surviving, thriving, not just surviving, thriving is just because Paramashiva is protecting me, Kalabhairava is protecting me. Conclusions you arrive cannot affect your conviction you are the ultimate. Whenever you feel there is a ghost, just stare into it, it will disappear because it is nothing but your own projection. If stare, you will understand there is nothing there, it is my projection from here. It will just settle down into your inner space. You will not see any of your projection. Only when you are in a bipolar mood, half of you is seen and half of you is seer. If you stare and come to awareness, whole of you becomes seer. If whole of you becomes seer, you are a Brahmana, Parpan. If whole of you is Parpan, you are a Parpanan. If half of you is seen and half of you is seer, you are a Chandala, bipolar. If whole of you becomes seer, you are a Brahmana. In day to day, whether you are successful or failure,
you manifest power or you manifest powerlessness, these are all conclusions you arrive that cannot affect your conviction you are Sadashiva. The conviction Sadashiva cannot be shaken. You are the Para, the ultimate. Mahasadashiva, Brahmins call Parabrahma, Vaishnavites call Paramapatam, Shaivites call Parashiva, Shaktas call Parashakti. Para, the space of Para, you are that, the independent, intelligent, active, inspired, charged up, passionate embodiment of Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the auspiciousness. Everything happening in you is auspicious. If you understand that, you are Shiva. Inside you, outside you, everything happening is auspicious. I tell you, once you are initiated, once you are initiated, once you are my disciple, listen very clearly. Even if you think in your life things are falling apart, they are falling in proper place. Understand? Nothing is falling apart. They are all falling in place. Once you are initiated, you are integrated to Guru, Linga, Sangha. I tell you, nothing falls apart. You may, even if you think things are falling apart in your life, they all fall in place. Understand that. Nothing falls apart. Everything happening is auspicious. Everything is falling in place for the higher purpose. I tell you, once you sit with that clarity, you are Shiva. If you are able to come to that clarity in your life, you are master of your life. You are Ishvara. I tell you, whoever is constantly in firefighting mode internally lives as Jiva. Whoever lives in ferocious mode internally lives as Shiva. Listen, please listen. Whatever is happening is auspicious. Things are not falling apart in your life, they are falling in place in your life for your higher purpose. Listen carefully. This 5 action like creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, liberation. These 5 principles means like creation of the universe is creation. The permutation combination of this 5 into 5, 25, is happening constantly in you. So understand the truth. Everything happening in your life is auspiciousness. With this one truth, one powerful cognition, if you sit and bring this clarity, completion, joy, restful awareness,
this one principle in your life alive, then you are free from death. You are free from death. I can give you thousands of sacred secrets about death. Just catch this one truth. Everything happening in you is this 25 activities happening in your life internally, externally. So be very clear. If you are suddenly having lottery, wealth is getting manifested. If you are losing some money, the destruction of wealth is happening. But that does not mean you are a loser or something is wrong with you. You are Paramashiva. Things are not falling apart. Things are falling in place. Sometimes some wealth loss awakens strong, active, workaholic energy in you, which is, you might have lost few $1,000s, but the energy gets triggered in you, maybe worth of millions of dollars. I have seen this happening. So nothing is wrong, inauspicious. Anybody who soaks into this powerful cognition, whatever is happening is auspicious. First of all, that powerful cognition fellow, you will not have violence inside. And you will not be doing anything wrong. You will be living as Paramashiva. When somebody tries to attack you, they only create karma. It's not that you have some karma, because of that they are coming near. No, they create karma for themselves. You live in a pure Paramashiva space. I tell you, when you are integrated to your Guru, the powerful cognitions they manifest, it may be very simple word, but it will just open your Kundalini and make it into reality. Now, I am telling you about the most powerful sacred secret of death. 5 into 5 means creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, liberation. This 5 into 5, this 25 principles is happening now in you. Take this as powerful cognition. And everything happening inside you, outside you is auspiciousness. This powerful cognition will make you intelligent, strategic, brilliant, powerful. It will not make you lazy, tired, bored, powerless. No, understand that. It will bring so much healing and energy, especially when you are my disciple. When you are initiated by me, integrated to me, understand. It just manifests in you like initiation. Understand, sometime you may say, oh Swamiji, the universe does not make sense to me. It does not need to make sense to you. It is not obligated to make sense to you. You are obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. Understand? You deciding to make yourself sensible to Paramashiva is surrender to Paramashiva. I decided I will make myself sensible to Paramashiva. I will not bother whether Paramashiva makes sense to me or not. That is surrender. Paramashiva is no way bound to make sense to me. Universe is not obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to universe. I am obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. My behavior, my lifestyle, my thought currents, me, I am supposed to make myself sensible to Paramashiva. Paramashiva is no way obligated to make himself sensible to me. This is I am revealing the most internal, deepest sacred secret. Decide. Life, Paramashiva, universe, Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. The Jiva means the individual existence, soul, Atma of me. Ishvara means the cosmic soul. Jagat is cosmos. These three put together is Paramashiva. All this is not at all obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. That is surrender. When I decided that, suddenly I saw everything started making sense to me and he started manifesting through me. I became insider. Understand? As long as you think world, universe should make sense to you, you will be an outsider. When you decide, universe is no way, Paramashiva is no way obligated to make sense to you. You are only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. You become insider. Paramashiva starts revealing all the truths to you and he makes so much sense to you. Understand? When Paramashiva starts making sense to you, you feel just with life. Wow! Life is dharmic. Nothing is negative in the universe. Everything is auspicious.
Nithyananda. So today all of us have learned about understanding, right from understanding how we exist, the five elements around us, how they are the source of us. And then we understood about what Bhagavan Sadanrittamurti represents. We learned about how nothing ever falls apart, everything falls into place. And we all listened to the amazing, powerful cognitions about DNA, how sound, the DNA is the closest matter to consciousness and how it's called together with sounds. Today, we all learned about how our DNA can be awakened for us to tap the unlimited possibilities that they store in them. Hope all of you enjoyed your day today. And this brings us to the conclusion of the 20th day of Paramashivoham Level-3. Tomorrow is the last day, the 21st day of the program. And tomorrow is also the end of the Nithyanandotsavam celebrations. So we thank all of you, sincerely thank all of you for your sincere participation throughout the last 20 days. And we welcome every one of you to join tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 21st day. We're going to be learning one of the most sweetest, most beautiful truths or aspects of life. We all learned about everything, right? We learned right from understanding about our higher possibilities, existence, and so on. But how do we ultimately, as a disciple of Swamiji, how do we experience Swamiji in the best way in our life? How should a disciple relate to the Guru? We are going to be learning about that most sweetest and beautiful aspect in all of our lives. So please be there tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be learning the sacred secrets of how you can get rid, how you can liberate yourself from any type of pain and suffering in you. So do not miss. Please be there. So with this, now let us conclude today's program, the Purnamam. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवद्श्री नित्यानन्द परमेश्वर पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Nithyananda.